What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We've smashed past 19,000 subscribers. We have that big number, 20,000 subscribers in my sights, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also you can find my social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. My Twitch link as well in the description below if you want to go and follow me on my Twitch. Did my first live stream yesterday. We're going to be doing some more next weekend for everybody to look forward to, so do go and follow me on my Twitch. That would be much appreciated. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Aiming for 400 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated, and also most important, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Without further ado, let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs, and we've got a pretty big update on the future of Liam Delap. Now, the secret scout on Twitter, there have been reporting that Liam Delap has visited the Stoke City training ground ahead of a move there, and apparently he's happy to join Stoke on loan for the season, and Manchester City, in response to this, want written into his loan contract that there will be guaranteed amount of minutes and starts for Liam Delap to ensure that this is his progress. Now, Pep Guardiola 100% wanted Liam Delap in and around the first team squad for the whole season, training with the first team. However, Liam Delap has sensed that for the sake of his career, he thinks it's best for him to head out on loan, and that's what he's pursuing. Pep Guardiola isn't going to stand in his way if that is his choice, and that is what he wants to do, and that is seemingly looking like what is going to happen. That's why Liam Delap's agent has been drumming up interest in himself to try and get him a move. He is looking at the Championship, and Neil Warnock, the manager at Middlesbrough, has come out and said that they want to sign Liam Delap on loan. He was speaking just yesterday and said that he's been told that Liam Delap is available for loan, and that they are interested in signing him. However, Neil Warnock feels like Middlesbrough are at the back of the queue, and there are 5 or 6 other clubs ahead of them in that queue, and that there is a lot of interest and a lot of clubs that want to sign Liam Delap on loan, and it is looking like Stoke City would be that team. Like I said, my concern about Stoke City is the style of play. I would like a team for Liam Delap to go out on loan to that play of a similar style to Manchester City, slick, passing, attacking football, where he's going to get guaranteed starts, he's going to get guaranteed minutes, and it is going to help him to progress. This needs to be the right move for him. If this loan move doesn't end up being the right loan move for him, and he ends up falling down the pecking order, or he ends up picking up a serious injury, or he ends up not getting the minutes or playing out of position, it could hamper his progress and ultimately getting towards the Manchester City first team squad. And the best chance I feel like he has of getting there is training for the season with the first team squad and then heading out on loan either in the winter or next summer to come back to Manchester City to see where he lies. However, he's taken the risk of going out, and fair credit to him, believes in himself that if he goes out to Stoke City and ends up scoring a lot of goals for them, that he'll come back to Manchester City and City will have a headache, a good headache, a selection headache as to what they do next with Liam Delap. So, yeah. It's not something I agree with. I don't think he should be loaned out, but it's looking like he will. And if he is, I 100% will back him, and I will wish him all the best of luck on a move if that does end up materialising. So yeah, that's where we're at with Liam Delap. Going to move on to the ins. Let's speak about Jack Grealish. I've got a feeling the next 24 to 48 hours, even when I've recorded this video, edited it and got the video out there, news is ever changing and stuff. And so it's a very difficult transfer, with the transfer developing very quickly to keep up with things that are happening. And no sooner do you report on things that an hour or two later, all of a sudden it's either not true or things are materialising and things are developing and things are changing. So it's very difficult to keep track on this Jack Grealish transfer, but I am doing my best. He's back in England after his holidays. He landed, I think, on Saturday night. By Sunday, he was back in training at the Aston Villa camp, training with the Aston Villa squad for pre-season, readying himself to get match fit and in full match sharpness, ready for the start of the Premier League season in less than 2 weeks' time. Lots of people from the fallout of Grealish returning back to training with Aston Villa. Lots of people have been kind of losing the plot, saying why did he return back to training with Villa when he said he wasn't meant to return until Monday, and he was going to tell Aston Villa he's waiting for the green light for the bid to be accepted so he can go up to Manchester and not return back to pre-season training, return with training with Aston Villa. However, it's just a simple case that Aston Villa need to sit down and speak with Jack Grealish, and the conversation will be a very straightforward conversation. It'll be something along the lines of they've received this offer for him. It's a big offer that Aston Villa are contemplating over. Does Jack Grealish want to pursue with this move and not sign a new contract, or does he want Aston Villa to tell Manchester City, no, he's not for sale, we're not going to accept this offer, and instead Jack Grealish is going to sign a new contract? And that decision lies with Jack Grealish now. The only person left for this transfer is Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish now needs to decide, does he want to go to Manchester City or does he want to stay with Aston Villa? And he'll be mulling over it for weeks and weeks. Like I said, transfers don't just pop up out of nowhere. He'll have known about this for weeks and weeks, and now it's getting towards decision time. If decision time isn't today, then most certainly it'll come tomorrow, as Man City are wanting to have the transfer and everything sorted by the end of the week. And so for that to be possible, he's going to need to make a decision either today or tomorrow to see what happens for the rest of the week with regards to his future. Manchester City already preparing for personal terms and getting everything readied up for that. There has been rumours going around, nothing reliable, saying that a medical is also booked in. I've heard Wednesday again. Like I said, nothing reliable on that for Jack Grealish to come to Manchester. On the upside, he's no longer abroad, so we don't have to worry about that. It literally just is a step up to go from Aston Villa's training camp to Manchester to hold talks with Manchester City, and that will be the next step should Jack Grealish tell Aston Villa that he wants to leave, which lots and lots and lots of journalists have been saying that is what's going to happen. However, when push comes to shove, anything can happen, and it is now literally in the hands of Jack Grealish. The future will be decided by Grealish, not by Manchester City, not by Aston Villa. Everything's in the pipeline, everything's sorted with regards to the clubs now. It's all about the player. What does the player want? And now we face what some fans are regarding as an anxious wait. We'll see. If he does want to come to Manchester City, then great. If he doesn't, then we move on, look at other targets. So we'll see what happens with regards to that. Yeah, so when I have more news on that, I will let you guys know. Instead, going to move on to another transfer to speak about. Harry Kane. Manchester Evening News, they're saying the finances, they cannot be done for Harry Kane to join Manchester City if Jack Grealish does sign for Manchester City, as it'll be too expensive for the club's finances to be able to afford. And what they're hinting at is Manchester City, if they're wanting that to happen and sign both players, it will take Manchester City to sell players. And I have already stated that previously, that the future of Bernardo Silva coming into doubt. He'll probably need to leave Manchester City before Manchester City would commit with spending over £100 million on Harry Kane. City aren't just going to say, here's £100 million for Grealish, here's £130 million for Harry Kane. There we go. It just doesn't make financial business sense for us to do so. Transfers are complicated, transfers are long, and it's just, we're in the process and we're stuck in the process, so we'll see what happens with that. That news doesn't surprise me at all. I'm not going to sit here and say City aren't going to sign Harry Kane, because we could well sign Harry Kane, but there is things that we need to do to make that happen, and one of them things will more than likely be a first team player would leave for us to raise funds, so we're not making massive losses at the end of the year. That's not how City want to be. They want to financially be a sustainable club, and you don't do that by going out and spending 100 million here, 100 million there, whilst not making room in your squad for these players and not having some players leave and everything. Yeah, the income at City is great, but all the income doesn't just go upon just signing players, and so one of the best ways of generating income for signing players is also selling players, which I hope isn't coming to a shock to anybody, but yeah, we'll see what happens with regards to that. And lastly, a new name. Very interesting, this one. Alex Grimaldo is new for this window, has been linked with Manchester City before. Journalist Pedro Almeida, I've not dealt with him before, he is on Twitter. Not too sure how reliable he is. Some have said he is very reliable, others have said that he isn't reliable. So we will see. He's saying that Grimaldo, he's wanted by Manchester City. He's a left-back, plays for Benfica, Spanish, 25 years old, isn't the most physical of defenders, he's 5'7", but he is very good on the ball. And apparently he's available for €30 million, which is Benfica's asking price, which does fall into Manchester City's spending category, particularly for a fullback. and Manchester City apparently are interested. Now, furthermore to that, Pedro Almeida has also said that Grimaldo has apparently very recently told Benfica that he does want to listen to what Manchester City want to say in terms of a transfer to see if anything can happen and materialise, and he is interested in a potential move to Manchester City. Now, the situation I understand in terms of left-backs is very simple at Manchester City. We have Mendy, we have Zinchenko. I'm not aware that Man City have space in their squad for a non-homegrown player, so we would need a non-homegrown player to leave in the first instance. Yes, Zinchenko is versatile. Yes, he could play in other positions other than left back, and it doesn't necessarily mean Mendy needs to leave for a player to be brought in. However, it does mean that a player would need to leave, and if Bernardo Silva does leave and we sign a homegrown player, we can register another non-homegrown player, so we could go out there and sign Alex Grimaldo. I just don't think we'll have Alex Grimaldo, Alexander Zinchenko and Benjamin Mendy all in the squad. Three players that more than likely are going to be covering left backs. Not really how City cover their business, considering we've got Nathan Ake and Aymeric Laporte that can also cover on the left hand side. You would think that one of them names that I've just mentioned would need to leave. Some people have been speaking about Laporte leaving. I've heard nothing of that. He's back in Manchester, ready for pre-season with Manchester City. I don't see Laporte leaving this summer. And so the question becomes about Zinchenko and Mendy. Again, I think City will struggle to sell either of them players. Zinchenko's been fantastic for Manchester City, so I don't think City will pursue that. And Benjamin Mendy's just started to improve on his form as well, and I think City would find it difficult to sell him. Yes, Inter Milan have been interested in signing him, but it is just interest, and it is nothing more. And so I'd be surprised if Grimaldo does come to Manchester City if no player leaves. I feel like this is a situation where we may need a player to leave that's covering at left back, like Mendy, for Grimaldo to come in. But I'll keep my eyes and ears open for any developments on this transfer and any other transfers as well. Doing daily Manchester City transfer updates for everybody to look forward to and enjoy throughout all of the summer 2021 transfer window. So if you haven't already, do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming now for 20,000 subscribers. Thank you everyone for helping me to hit that goal. Your support has been much appreciated throughout not just this summer, but throughout all of the creation that I've had this channel. Very overwhelming. Thank you everyone, it is much appreciated. Let's go and see if we can hit that massive 20,000 subscribers. That would be ace. Don't forget also social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Twitch link also in the description below too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitch. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Aiming for 400 likes, that is the like goal. And also lastly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of these transfers. Waiting game with Jack Grealish, are you anxious? Let me know in the comments below. I am expecting an update throughout most of this week on that transfer, so we'll see what happens with that. And also, Alex Grimaldo, what are your thoughts? Would you like him at Manchester City? Yay or nay? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC, thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. I hope everyone's had a great weekend as well. Peace. Ciao for now.